Shez. If any of you remember, I made a video about roughly a year ago where I definitely talked about not liking Three Hopes, and totally didn't use Three Hopes as clickbait so I could talk about Sabaton instead. The main reason I did this was because I didn't play Three Hopes. I'm just not a Warriors fan. Given this, I'm surprised to find out how attached I've grown to Shez. I think a lot of it has to do with circumstance. You got 2 of her as a 5-star for free, with a very solid weapon, so she was a great investment option for me. Good mixed BST, free damage reduction and cooldown and weapon, and just being, well, Shez. But Ghost, I'm gonna pretend you're thinking, what about male Shez? I honestly got pretty lucky with just randomly pulling male Shez a lot on top of getting his manual. I pulled enough to have like a +3 or +4 male Shez if I wanted to. With all those extra copies, I did what I thought was best with them, and by that, I mean I fucking killed them all! Technically, I kept 1, because that's what I always do, but like, I'm sorry, I can't pass up on Oath 4. There are certain units who I will designate as worth investment, and certain units I will designate as fodder material, and male Shez falls into the latter category. I'm just not as fond of him as I am of her. I'm gonna use that as a segue to talk about protagonists. I've heard an argument that male and female versions of protagonist characters like Corrin or Alear should be treated as one and the same. I'm not sure I fully agree with that. Sure, Shez is Shez, Corrin is Corrin, and Alear is Alear. There are some key differences though, and I don't just mean boobs. Take Robin for example. Remember the scene where Lucina tries to make the tough decision to kill Robin to stop Grima? If you go femme Robin and marry Crom, Lucina will make a note of her being her mother. If you go male Robin and marry Lucina, you get unique dialogue. If you go male Robin and don't marry anybody, well, you know. The joke is gay sex. Voice actors can make a big difference for me too. Although I'm not picky with voices, the Makoto death scene really sold me on femme Corrin as my preferred VA. Take a listen.
Mother! Mother!
Generally, when I play an FE game, I tend to play as a dude because, like, I am a dude and I like being able to support my favorite female characters. I'm pretty sure the only times I've ever played as a female protag in FE is my unfinished Crimson Flower run and my current Engage run. Crimson Flower, I wanted to marry Ash, and in Engage, I just can't take the balloon pants seriously. Femme just looks much prettier to me. I love staring at women. In conclusion, I really don't think it's that bad to favor one protag gender over the other. I like femme Shez because she's the Shez I use, and the Shez I think is cuter. I apologize for the mini rant. Let's move on to talking about how Arcane Downfall is dumb and stupid and I hate it. Dudes see their favorite axe unit and be like, "Durr, Arcane Downfall, I'm so creative because I gave my axe unit Arcane Downfall." Don't get me wrong, I am fully aware my hatred of this weapon is nonsensical and exaggerated for comedic effect, but I swear, every axe project I see has one, and it's just, That's part of the reason I made a set around Shez's Crimson War Axe. It gets damage reduction plus cooldown, which frees up the B slot from needing a damage reduction skill, and lets her run Surge Sparrow consistently. I know it seems silly to run a squad skill on a +10 unit, but trust me, the boost helps. Dragon Fang with Surge can proc every combat, and heal up 43 of 48 HP. Did I mention she's proccing a 69 base attack Dragon Fang, not including boosts from weapons, skills, and buffs? Why heal 7 HP per hit with this dumb thing, when you can heal all of it? You know, the more I think about this script, the more I realize I normally wouldn't care this much about a character like Shez, and yet I do. Most of what I know is that she's kind of like that usual silly FE protag, but mostly, she's just obsessed with taking down Byleth. She's a hater, but a hater with dedication, and I can get behind that. I say let her cook. And you know what? The OCs in the first game, Rowan, Rawand, whatever, and Liana, I had to look up their names, Lamau, they ain't standing a chance against the Shez sweep. This is the real Shez sweep, not that dumb voting gauntlet where people were like, yeah, time for a male protagonist to get love and attention and win a gauntlet for once. Which, like, bruh. Although I haven't played and probably never will play Three Hopes, there's one thing I can indisputably enjoy about it. The music.